Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. How y'all doing? It is long overdue time for an unedited chat. I miss you guys, y'all, but when I did that Vlogtober, which was vlogging every day in October, and it took so much out of me, y'all, I was tired of seeing myself. So I said, I know my blessed ones tired of seeing me. So I took a little break in November. But so many of my blessed ones were like, D, where are you? D, I'm looking for a video. D, are you okay? And shout out to Stace Ace. You say you were kept coming back looking for a video. Some of my blessed ones ventured on over to Periscope because they know that's where I've been hanging out lately. Mainly because two reasons. We'll talk about Periscope a little later, but main two reasons is because there's no editing on Periscope and it's live streaming, so it's immediate interaction and feedback. But we'll talk about that a little later. So I just want to tell you all, thank you all for being concerned about me. Thank you all for checking on me. Thank you all for still being supportive of the Blessed Place after all of this time, whether you've been here months, uh, a year, several years. Thank you all so much. So let's get into this unedited chat, y'all. So much is going on, has been going on. Nothing major, just everyday stuff. Let's get into this, y'all. Okay, apartment living. Let's talk about apartment living. I know most of my blessed ones know that I moved from a house of 19 years into an apartment, my husband and I. And we absolutely love it. But now there are a few things that I am not used to, you guys. First of all, I am not used to the noises, all the different noises. I keep thinking, like, I'll hear a noise and I'm thinking perhaps somebody's in our house. You know, I'm calling this as a house. This is an apartment, but I interchangeably use it with house because I'm so used to saying house from living in a house 19 years. But y'all, when I hear, when I was living in a house and I heard a noise, the noise was coming from within the house. So when I hear a noise here, I keep thinking there's somebody, like, is there someone in a room? Is there someone in the other room? Is there someone in the kitchen? And I have to realize a lot of times I'll jump up and I have to realize that it's just the noise from the neighbor, from the upstairs neighbor or the next door neighbors, because the walls and the floors are so thin. OMG. Now, I work for 911, and a lot of people will call, so many times people will call about different noises in the neighbors making noises. Then they complain about the neighbors being loud upstairs or the neighbors being loud downstairs or next door. And I just could not empathize or sympathize with them because living in a house 19 years, and I just thought that they were just, neighbors just complaining about the most simple things. And I thought, okay, when you decided to live in an apartment, you knew what you were getting yourself into. But y'all, now I understand. I understand why the complaints. And I would never call 911 or call the police and complain because I knew what I was getting into when I moved in here. But now I realize how thin the walls are, and I understand why people were complaining. Because, okay, we're not going to go on and on with that. But it's not enough to make me want to move. It's not enough to make me have second thoughts about living here, because even with the noises, it's like the noise doesn't bother me. It just makes me more aware of how thin the walls are. And sometimes I wonder, like with me talking right now, I wonder, can they hear me? Because I certainly can hear them a lot of times. Another thing I'm not used to with apartment living is having maintenance or people in your space. It's like when you live in a home, people come in your space because you invite them in your space. But here, like yesterday, I'm asleep. I worked all night. I'm asleep, and I hear my doorbell ring. I come to the door, and it's the apartment building people saying that they have painters. Now, they did give us a notice. They left me a notice like 3 days before, saying they're going to be painting our patio and our front door and all of that. But I didn't pay attention to the date. I just knew it was coming. So when the maintenance knocked on the door and they said they were there to paint, I was thinking, well, what if, number one, what if this time is inconvenient for me? When you live in a home, you set up service and maintenance people when it's convenient for you. No, maintenance, they set up what is convenient for them. So that's the difference in being, in a home as opposed to an apartment. And it just depends on what you feel like you can take and not take. And it was okay. It was okay by me, but it just made me aware because I hadn't lived in an apartment. I lived in an apartment about 6 months, and that was about 24 years ago, and I wasn't aware of the such difference in apartment living and house living. But it's all good because I absolutely love. I mean, there's a little. Most of y'all have seen it, but that's a little view. That's just a little aerial view. Oh, y'all see my little fish tank back there? Got a nice little aquarium back there. That's just a little view. So anyway, I absolutely love it. But that's enough on apartment living. Um, Family. Let's update on family. I haven't YouTube my family in a while, but we're always together, you guys. But because we're always together, and I think when I'm just with my family, I'm in a whole different world. It's like nothing else exists. It's like YouTube doesn't exist, pulling out a camera doesn't exist. Even my husband knows that when she's with our family, I'm like I'm like second fiddle. I'm like she ain't paying no attention to me. He knows it. He already knows it. But he's such a trooper. It's like he's right there with me. And sometimes when he doesn't feel like going, like the other night we went to Cheesecake Factory for my niece and nephew's 25th birthday. He didn't go. He said he was going to go home and get some rest. This was Sunday after church. He said he was going to go home and get some rest. But so that's why a lot of times I don't pull out the camera and record when I'm with my family, because it's just not even in my thought process, because we're laughing, talking, joking, just loving on each other, and of course eating. But okay, so I'll update Deborah. Y'all remember Deborah had weight loss surgery, and she's doing really well. She's feeling good. She's losing weight. She's losing weight slowly, which I think is a good thing. I think it's a good thing. She's losing weight slowly. I think so far she's lost about 55 pounds, and she said that she's feeling pretty good. When next time I see her, I will try to get a video. I don't even know. I have to check her channel. Her channel is Love to Talk Deb. Love, LUV, the number two, Talk Deb. Love to Talk Deb. That's her channel. So I got to check her channel, see if she's done any updates. But if not, I will do a video. I will do a video and update you guys. Denise graduated. You all saw the graduation video. She graduated with her bachelor's, and she's trying to find a job in her field, which is public relations, business administration and public relations, something like that. Right now, she's substituting at schools, and she has us laughing every day about the kids in the school system. All I gotta say is kudos to all the teachers and teachers' assistants, and thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And she's also in the process of buying her a new home. So I'm in prayer for her for that. Also, Danica, well, she graduated a month or so ago, a couple of months ago, with her MBA. But she's actually, her graduation date is in about 3 more weeks. But because they walked in October, she walked across the stage with her class, but she actually will get her degree, her MBA, in December. And she's in those, you're in those last 2 to 3 weeks, and you're like dragging, because you're in that last 2 weeks. So I'm encouraging her, Danica, you got to finish strong. Don't just barely make B's. You got to finish strong with your A's, and that's what she's doing. My mom is doing well. She's lost 134 pounds. Right now, she's in maintenance. She says she wants to lose, I think, maybe about 20 more. I personally don't see that she needs to lose 20 more, but she wants to lose about 20 more. And she's in maintenance, and she's doing well. She's feeling good. And my mom will be 70 in April. And I know she was feeling a little, I won't say feeling down, but I'm sure just had thoughts of my dad, because December 2nd would have been 50 years that they would have been married. But my dad passed away in their 47th year of marriage. So I know she was really nostalgic. I'll put it that way. She was very nostalgic, and I'm sure a little saddened in her heart when she thought about the fact that they would have been married 50 years on December 2nd. So y'all miss my daddy. But that's basically the update on the family. Charles, he's doing fabulous, fabulous, darling. He's doing fabulous. And those of you all who know prayer, believes in prayer, continue to pray for him as the pastor that he is, that he will be one of those men of God who stands up for the kingdom of God, and who does not put the kingdom to an open shame. And just keep him in prayer when it comes to that. But he's doing, I can tell you, a lot of times the wives know, they know that sometimes these men of God ain't walking and living like they should. They may keep it to themselves, but they know. So, but I can tell you that my husband truly walks the walk, and he talks the talk, and he lives what he teaches, and he lives what he preaches, and he lives the life that you see on the outside. That's the life he's also living on the inside. And I really appreciate that. What else is going on in ministry? Our ministry, which is Glorious Community Church of Deltona, we Periscope the ministry each Sunday. We Periscope the sermon, so you're welcome to join my Periscope, which is So Blessed One, the same name here. And on Sundays around noon, we Periscope. Even if you can't catch it live, you can watch the replay. And the Lord is blessing at Glorious. We have exciting news that we're not quite ready to share yet, but he is doing some awesome things in Glorious, and he's doing things that defies logic. So we're working together for a goal that we're trying to attain by August of 2016. And I'll give you all more information on that as it comes. But our big fundraiser, which is the NASCAR races, that's coming January, February, March. Most of January, February, March, that's where I will be out in Daytona at the Daytona International Speedway, working NASCAR as a volunteer for our church, so that our church can get the commission. So, and this is our 7th year out there, and we absolutely love it. So I will be uploading stuff from that too, but mostly I'll be periscoping. So that's a good segue to Periscope. I just encourage you that if you have a product or a ministry or a service that you're wanting to sell, I strongly suggest that you use Periscope as a platform to expand your brand or your product or your service or your ministry. It's awesome, especially for ministry. If you are in ministry and maybe you don't have the platform that you would like to have, because opening a church is expensive. And a lot of times, you might not have that platform, but you have the word. Well, God has given you something, Periscope, that you can use as a platform to spread the gospel and spread the love of Jesus Christ. And if you have other products and services, use that platform. That's just a suggestion. I know a lot of you say that you cannot add another social media to your plate, and I totally understand that. Believe me, I understand, because it's just something else to add to your plate, and sometimes that takes away from other things in your life. So you just got to be the judge. But it is a wonderful platform to use. And I am totally enjoying it because I get to interact with my blessed ones live. Like right now, we will be talking live, and I will be talking, and you will be typing back to me, and I will be answering back to you immediately live. So I absolutely love it. Weight loss. I think we'll probably end this on weight loss. Some of you have asked, or you ask in Instagram. You can find me on all social media at So Blessed1 except for Facebook. Facebook, you're welcome to join me there too. I'm Deidre Hillary, Dieidre. Hillary, Hillery. But weight loss. Some of you have asked me, how's it going with my weight loss? Honey, it ain't going nowhere. This fat ain't going nowhere. But one day, y'all, I'll take some inspiration from my mama. But I do walk sometimes, just not as consistently out as I would like. So that's my first goal. Usually, the way weight loss works for me is I start out with movement. If I get myself to consistently walk or move my body, then the eating healthier comes after that. So that's my goal, is to get myself consistently walking and moving, because I absolutely love to walk. I just can't stay consistent. But that's the update on weight loss. I have not lost any weight, and if any, at one time I had lost about 55 pounds, I know I've gained at least 40 of it back. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I done gained at least 40 of it back. But hey, I'm just telling y'all the truth. I'm sorry if I disappointed any of y'all. But I'll get it back. I'll get back on that weight loss journey. All right, you guys. I think that's it on the update. That's it on this unedited chat. I miss you guys, and I will be back. I'll be back with plenty of dating advice, love and marriage advice, uh, all kinds of things, all kinds of good stuff. More from my husband and I, because as y'all can see, he's not as camera shy as he used to be, and he often shows up in my Periscope. He often shows up in Periscope. And sometimes he says, turn on the camera, let me talk. Okay, you guys, thank you all for being blessed ones. I really, really love and appreciate you guys, because time is a precious, precious commodity. Once you expend it, you cannot get it back. So when you decide to use some of that time to watch me, I appreciate it so much. Okay, you guys, love y'all. Y'all be blessed. And if you have any topic ideas, put it down below, and I'll be glad to talk about it. Love y'all.